everyone. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome back to my channel if you're not new. I am the Moonlight Priestess, and today we have another message for the collective, or for those of you who stumbled upon this video in your algorithm or felt called to watch this video guided by your spirit guides, then this could be the video for you. So off the bat, we have the Love card. Upright. I'm hearing the word self-love. So for this card, some of you may have been very focused on your self-love and your self-care journey. I'm hearing the journey to self-acceptance. You're working on being more kinder to yourself as of late, as you're being called to this spiritual journey. Being called to do things that bring you joy, that make you happier in life, to not grieve over past mistakes or beat yourself up. Some of you may have been the type of people that used to like beat yourselves up in the past over the most minor things, or the most minor of mistakes when it comes to, just like overall self-talk. You may have been plagued with, a lot of negative self-talk about yourself over, the past couple of months or a few years. But now's the time that you're learning how to alchemize those negative thoughts, turn them something into positive, turn them into something positive about yourself. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm so slow. I do things at a slow pace." Maybe you're now changing the narrative within your mind and saying, "Well, I like to do things at my own pace. I follow the rhythms of my body." Something along those lines. I'm going to read the passage of the Love card just to see this full scope of what this card means. So yeah, let's just get into it. The Love card from my Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck. Love takes many forms, and this is a depiction of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. And she's also a war goddess, as it's not widely talked about. She's also a war goddess, but I digress. Some of you may have been called to work with Aphrodite, but yeah, the otherworldly charm of the distant landscape dissolves into the simmering golden seas below, as if to light a path back to the universe. Aphrodite is a water goddess said to have been created from the foam of the sea. Her symbolism extends to anything that makes the heart sing, including music, nature, and the arts. The tones used in this image are predominantly violet, which has the shortest wavelength of all the colors in the visible light spectrum. Violet is the color of the crown chakra found in the human aura, and creates a vibrant energy that illuminates and connects us to higher planes. A passing dove hovers in the air above Aphrodite, as if enchanted by the hypnotic sound of her music. According to folklore, Pan created the panpipe in memory of his lost love, Syrinx. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name. But yeah, that name, which is still the Greek name for panpipe to this day. We can easily forget that we are spiritual beings having a mortal experience. At times, we are blinded by fear, scarcity, and material survival. Fear and love cannot occupy the same space. As souls, love is what we are, and love is where we came from. The appearance of this card calls for you to realign with the mighty healing power of love, so its light can illuminate your pathway. It may be your time to powerfully give or receive love, to forgive someone or overcome issues from the past where there has been hurt and disappointment. Love invites you to leave judgment and prejudice at the door. Let her warming rays move through you, touching those around you, whether family, strangers, or enemies. Well, I mean, I don't believe in loving enemies at all, but this is what the book says. Don't let the moment pass you if you are given an opportunity to do things differently by expressing love in some way. No matter how small, love invites you to dissolve barriers and let the magic in. All obstacles can be transcended because where love is present with no conditions or agendas, all things become possible and miracles can happen. Love underpins the very foundation of life itself. Trust in its power and look forward to the prospect of giving, receiving, and sharing love. Above all, be willing to be guided by the wisdom of your loving hearts. And that was the passage. So yeah, a lot of you may have been called to bring in more love in your life, whether it be in the form of self-love, romantic love, platonic love, familial love, or just, or did I say romantic love? If I haven't, then, romantic love. You're called to have more love in your life, to allow love to fill your heart, to find ways to fall in love with life again, to find the things that really bring your soul alive, that really just, I'm hearing the phrase set your heart on fire. But yeah, there is this energy of love that's going to be surrounding you from now on in your journey, in your healing journey, your spiritual journey. So let's see what other messages we can gain from my decks for the collective. So about this love, what kind of love, or what further messages the collective needs to hear about love. About love. Okay, we have the Passages card. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. So, with this garnering of love, be it beyond a self-love journey, or being in a relationship, whether it be, platonic, romantic, familial, this act of love, this energy of love is going to be a great catalyst for spiritual evolution, for change, for yourself. This could be something that you needed in order to move on into the next level and help you further become more comfortable with listening to your inner wisdom and inner guidance when it comes to passages. I'm hearing the words initiation. You see in this card there are multiple doorways leading down the corridor in this passage. Hearing portals, quantum leaping. Some of you may have heard or seen messages about quantum leaping, living as if the thing has already happened. So some of you may have been called to, in a way, in order to embody more love, you have to act as if, doing the things that, yourself that has more self-love for yourself, do the things that future self, the future version of yourself will be doing. So if you embody, or if you envision your future self doing more painting or more exercising. You could pick up those hobbies or those habits in order to embody that change, that vision of yourself that you want to see when it comes to embodying more love for yourself. Okay, we have the Sun God card for my Santa Muerte deck. No, wait, no. This isn't the Sun God card. This is something else. This is the Ancient God of Night, of war, of education, of temptation, portrayed holding a mirror with which he kills his enemies, forcing them to face their contradictions and disordinates. For this reason, he is governed by the archetype of chaos, but he is also capable of sacrificing himself. In fact, he lost a leg after using it as bait to attract the monster Cipactili, whose body was used to form the earth and human beings. I don't know if I was reading that name correctly, but yeah, some of you are definitely going out of your way to be more reflective at this time, learning more about yourself, getting to know, assessing more about, your current mindset, your hobbies, your desires, doing more reflective shadow work. He's holding a black mirror, so some of you may be into scrying or into mirror work in general, using that for shadow work in order to gain more self-love about yourself, learning the ins and out of yourself, overall just learning to love, the parts of you that you reject, or accept the parts of you that you reject. Says the advice of the dead. Assess in a period of pause and meditation what needs to be sacrificed to leave the chaos you find yourself in. You will thus be able to attain great advantages from this new perspective. So yeah, this is a call for shadow work, a lot of inner shadow work, finding the parts of yourself that you want to keep and accept, and acknowledging the parts of you that are destructive and may not be the best, may not be the best traits for you to have long term, traits that are very self-destructive to your self-love journey. So you will find a way to overcome those traits, whether it be being very pessimistic and hard on yourself, or addictions, or whatever. This is the call for you to sacrifice the things that do not serve your highest good at this moment. All right, what are the closing messages for the collective on their self-love journey? What more to talk about for their self-love journey? Oh. Okay, we have purity. Interesting. I have not pulled this card before from my vintage oracle deck, so let me see what this purity card is. Maybe at the end of this self-love journey, you're going to find a sense of renewal, a sense of wholeness, like this refinement of being. Yeah, she looks like she's dressed up as a bride. And I'm automatically thinking about alchemy at this point. Like, why does my mind go? It's probably because I'm in my own alchemical transformation in my own alchemical journey. But this card right off the bat reminds me of the albedo stage. The purification, the wholeness of spirit, going through the process of integrating the higher self, which I like to call the original self, the original self, the self that you had before you incarnated here into your, physical 3D body now, healing the fragmentation that had happened before you incarnated here to be fully integrated and fully whole. And I know in like older traditional hermeticism, hermetic alchemy, they say rubido is like the final stage, but in my own observations, I will say, like, at least for me personally, that I believe albedo is like the final stage of the alchemical process, and rubido is actually the second stage. Yeah, like there's a whole topic. That's a whole topic I can go on when ranting about alchemy right now, but I digress. Let's read what the purity card means, because I have yet to see this card ever. So depicted here is an archetypical image of purity, a virgin bride dressed in a white veil and adorned by daisies. All are symbolic of innocence and purity, both in traditional Western culture and the language of flowers. Purity stands in a forest of green, the color of love and compassion, and represented by the heart chakra. Historically, purity is the great protector. Her cleanliness and purification in relation to body, mind, and evolution of the soul has been recognized in spiritual and religious rituals worldwide. Purity encourages you to contemplate the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit, and to identify any negative areas in need of cleansing. It may be time to declutter your immediate space or evaluate certain relationships at work or in your personal domain. Perhaps a detox or some time alone is needed to confront any issues you have been avoiding. Left unaddressed, areas requiring purification can accumulate. If we are not proactive, life has a way of bringing our attention to them in unexpected and sometimes uncomfortable ways. This is an exciting card. By clearing away debris on any level, you make way for newness, clarity, and more favorable influences to enter. Your thoughts are living things. Be aware of the quality of your observations. More confirmation about, negative self-talk and being able to transform those negative conversations in your head into something more useful for yourself, more positive. Your thoughts are living things. Be aware of the quality of your observations, as they can raise your vibration and ease forward movements. You may find it helpful to meditate on the words of Abraham Mikhail Ivanov in asking love for help. You have opened a spring within you, and now you can leave love to do its purifying work. Okay, so that's just more confirmation from the card that we pulled earlier, because we did pull the love card earlier in this reading. So this whole entire message is how the energy of love itself, and no matter what form it takes, can help you evolve on your journey, and can help you, and it can help initiate you into deeper parts into your spiritual transformation, and help you learn more about yourself. All right, so this has been an interesting read. So that's all the messages I had for today. If you enjoyed this video, you guys know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll see you next time. All right? Bye. Remember to take care of yourselves.